Hey Fragcom, it's Max Forti with another subscriber's choice. You voted, and yes, we have another blowout. This time the voting got a little bit closer, and for a second there I thought, one of my picks was going to win, but actually you guys chose, and it's another great flanker to the amazing Gourmand House, and by now you know I'm talking about Pure Tonka. So stay right there. Pure Tonka review is coming up next. And as we always do, we're going to tackle the presentation first and the price point. So Pure Tonka comes in a regular 100 ml size, and it's one size only. The box is your customary box. It has your batch code and your barcode at the bottom. The back, you have a picture of the actual bottle, little sticker up top, and this is an eau de toilette, 100 ml, 3.4 ounces. It says Pure Tonka, very similar to the other flankers. They all have the same kind of box. All it changes is really the name here and the picture in the back. And the bottle is like this really shiny rubber material, rubber flask with a rubber button up top, which is, some people have a hard time pressing. You have your batch code right here at the bottom, and all the information here, 3.4, 100 ml. The star here in the middle, it's kind of like an ambery color with a little rosy shine to it, if you will. Real nice. Let me give myself a miss height right here. Again, the splitters are pretty good. A little hard to push, but not that bad. And the smell is really fantastic. We're going to get to that in a second. Now, the price point for these 100 ml bottles are $90 US. You can find them at the website, the Mugler website, as well as some of the general stores like your Macy's, your Nordstrom, your Saks Fifth Avenue, so forth and so on. Now, these are not going to be available discounted. This was just released in 2016, February, about 2 months ago now. Not even 2 months ago, about a month and a half ago. So you can't really find this discounted yet. So you're talking about $90 retail for this if you want to pick one up right now. Smells pretty good. This was released by a great perfumer called Jacques Huclier, and he released pretty much all of the flankers, including B-Man of the A-Man line. So a really good nose. The classification of this fragrance is an Oriental Fougere, as they listed, but I think it's pretty much an Oriental Gourmand or an Oriental Vanilla. It's pretty much where this would fall under. As I get to the settings, best places to wear, weather, the age group that would be best fitting for this, I will start talking about that, and as you know, the list of notes will appear right next to me. Let's get into it. Now, I have a recent spray on this arm that you just saw me spraying, and I have a ladder spray that was put in here about an hour ago. And the dry down is really nice too. So let me get into the best settings, and then we'll talk about that. I think this fragrance is really beautiful for a night out. I think this is really an evening scent. I wouldn't wear this during the day, although you could, even on a casual if you want to, but I think for me, this would be the best and most proper for evening wear, a romantic setting, night out, clubbing. I think this would be fantastic. And as far as the age group is concerned, I think anybody that appreciates a good gourmand scent will love the scent and would be more than welcome to wear this. And also, I want to reiterate that this is also unisex offering from the House of Mugler, as I think all of the Mugler scents are really unisex to my nose. I think a woman would be able to pull this off just magnificently. As far as the performance goes, for me, when it comes to the projection, this fragrance will push very strong in the first couple hours. We're talking about 3 to 4, and then as far as longevity, I got 10 to 12 hours easy. 8 to 10, no problem. 10 to 12, absolutely, depending on how you're wearing it. If you do like 2 to 3 sprays, this will last you a good 12 hours, no problem. So as far as performance, this is a very great fragrance. No complaints there. Let's talk about what I get from the scent. So the opening is very powerful, very strong, almost reminiscent of the original A-Man. You're going to have a little bit of that tar note in there, a blast of lavender that's just so potent. With the tonka beans really prominent as well. The patchouli and the caramel will start to come through and play a role after the first half an hour to 40 minutes as well. The first hour of this fragrance is really, really strong, so go easy on the sprays. And if you go into an office setting or a place that's going to be a closed environment, be very, very cautious of how many sprays you're going to apply, and don't go to that environment right away. Wait about 45 minutes to an hour to then make your entrance, because you really can choke people out. It is very strong and room feeling kind of a fragrance. After the first hour, the fragrance really starts to shine, and I think this is the part that I love the most. When you get to the heart and then you get closer to the bottom, the dry down, is really where this fragrance shines. You're going to be laughed off with this amazing roasted Tonka beans with this vanilla enveloping and some lavenders in the background. The vanilla just gives this a real nice creaminess to it. Again, it's a very nice gourmand. If you like gourmands, this will not disappoint. You absolutely get this vibe. You know, if you like coffee, this fragrance to me, it's like a combination between, if I have to you know, give you guys some fragrances that it smells like, you know, think about Michael Jordan Legend, although I prefer this much better. Think about Roca's Man and Roca's Man Intense. I think this is really close to Roca's Man Intense. If you haven't smelled that, try to get your nose on that and you'll see what I'm talking about. And obviously, Bond No. 9's New Harlem. So think about those fragrances with pure coffee. You mash those kind of fragrances. This is what you get with this, with a prominent lavender note and the coffee surrounding the vanilla, with the patchouli giving this a real nice Amen feel, embellished by these gourmandish nuances. It's a really nice fragrance. Again, if you're a lover of gourmand fragrances, you're going to love this fragrance. I don't think it's a redundant flanker to the lineup. I think it's actually deserving of, if you're collecting Amen fragrances, if you love the Amen line, this is definitely a great addition to the collection. The final rate that I would give this fragrance would definitely be an 8.5. I think that it is a very good and solid release on the flankers line. I think that it sits right in the middle. There's a couple that I really love from this lineup, and there's a few that were kind of flops, like, you know, Pure Energy or Pure Shot, you know, not really a great fan of Pure Wood. So there's some of those that are sitting below the mark, and this one I think is right in the middle. It's not a perfect 10 like Pure Malt, Pure Curation, the original Amen, but this sits perfectly right in the middle there, in the upper middle, you know, in an upper middle position compared to all the different flankers. So I give this an 8.5, very solid release, great to wear in the fall and the winter in a cooler weather. You can pull this off in the spring cooler nights. That's what I would do. I would not wear this in the summer. I think it's rather cloying and you may choke people out, including yourself, even headache inducing. It's very sweet. It's very creamy. Again, caramel, patchouli, lavender, roasted coffee. It's just a beautiful scent, but I would really limit this for evening wear, going out, romantic settings. In a colder setting, I think would be a great time to wear this. I think it's a phenomenal bang for your buck. If you're looking for a great gourmand with good quality, I think it's a step up from Michael Jordan Legend, from the Roca's series, and it would be right next to Bond No. 9 New Harlem. I actually prefer this one better, so it's definitely right in that same vicinity, and you're not going to disappoint with the kind of performance that this gives you, and the scent itself is just amazing. So 8.5 is my final rate. 3 words to summarize this beauty would be bold, delectable, and delightful. Those are my 3 words to finalize this beautiful scent. Thank you so much for watching. This was the subscriber's choice that you chose. This is the 7th edition, Pure Tonka by Thierry Mugler. If you haven't yet, please hit that like button, and if you haven't, please subscribe for a lot more from the channel. This was Max Forte. I will talk to you later. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.